Myths of the Machine is brought to you by our sponsor, Mighty Man Limited. Be a master of the universe when you wear Mighty Man Limited athletic and sportswear, custom-designed athletic compression gear for male and female athletes, compression shirts, sports bras, yoga pants, hoodies, and more. Available only at mightyman.logosoftware.com. Be mighty. Since the time when men gathered around campfires and told tales of the warriors who challenged the monsters that gather in the dark. The mighty men who fought alongside the gods, some rising to victory, others falling to the abyss. These are the heroes who became the myths of the machine. This will make you nice. Iron Mike smiled as he re-racked his barbell on the weight bench. This will make you nice. It was the favorite saying of his old gym instructor, Ms. Vitiginio. It had been decades since he had last seen or spoken to the woman, but his daily fitness routine was a testament to the elementary school teacher's enduring legacy of fitness lessons. Finishing his regime on the treadmill, Iron Mike grabbed a quick meal and a protein shake with an extra scoop of vanilla ice cream, and proceeded to get ready for the night that was sure to be filled with sports celebrities, movie stars, the paparazzi, and adventure. Iron Mike was the doorman at New York City's premier nightclub for America's A-listers, the Olympus. Everybody who was anyone had to be seen at Olympus, and anybody who had been seen at Olympus had to be seen with Iron Mike. It was a not-so-secret secret. People only came to Olympus because of Iron Mike. It wasn't the internationally known DJs and their new mixes playing on the turntables. It wasn't the parade of dancing girls or the floor show not seen in New York City since the black and white film era. It wasn't the steady stream of world-class athletes or the retinue of movie and television actors who usually saw themselves as the center of all attention. Everybody who stepped through the velvet-roped gateway at Olympus hoped to meet the legendary Iron Mike. To Iron Mike, all the flash and dash and whirl was just another night at work as the house crews prepped the bars, the food concession, the lights, the dance floors, and the VIP lounges. The muscular man, now dressed in a tailored tuxedo, washed down the last bite of a cheeseburger with a swig of Mighty Man's sports energy drink. That would hold him over for an hour or two. The large man placed the walkie-talkie earbud in his ear. He squelched his wrist transmitter key to open a communication channel to a security team and spoke. Showtime. He walked to the etched, smoked glass doors, opened them, and stepped out to see the usual crowd, a line of guests that stretched down the Midtown side street, and all the would-be VIPs, now 6 deep, thronging a queue of expensive limousines. Here we go, Iron Mike spoke to himself in a barely audible whisper. Club life is as routine as office life, and within 90 minutes of opening, a couple who had enjoyed too much too quickly were escorted to a cab ride home. 5 people had insisted their workplace bona fides earn them a spot in a semi-private affair, and just as many supposed close personal friends of Iron Mike assured Iron Mike they were on his guest list, and all he had to do was ask him. It was the same story night after night. All that changed were the faces and the DJ's tracks. As if right on cue, at midnight, the typical, but you don't know who I am routine escalated from a simple, you're not invited here, go home, to a threat of life and limb, as a would-be rap star with a wounded ego pulled out a gun and pointed it at the clipboard-carrying celebrity drag queen, Rhonda Rochelle, for daring to not find his made-up name on the house's VIP guest list. Nobody saw exactly how, but suddenly, Iron Mike's hand enveloped the rapper thug's own hand, redirecting it straight towards the empty sky, lifting the man off his feet, fingers squeezing like a mechanical vice, crushing the gun-toting street thug's bones and the metal pistol like it was made of brittle candy. The man howled in pain, as the costumed-drag performer gasped in his falsetto affectation. The thug rapper's bubble-butt female companion also drew a concealed pistol and pointed it at the tuxedo doorman, who held her meal ticket by his now functionless extremity. As quickly as it leveled towards the security man's chest, the forefinger of his free hand plugged the barrel of the lady thug's pistol. When she squeezed off a round, its momentum was reversed into the inner workings of the firearm, and it exploded in her hand, taking off several fingers in the process. The woman shrieked in pain and horror, shocked by the results of her own actions. The ghetto superstars were handcuffed to an EMT gurney and eventually driven away. Olympos hardly missed a beat. Iron Mike wolfed down a slice of pizza and guzzled the bottle of crystal spring water and headed back to the nightclub's entrance. His security co-workers had just removed 2 girls for fist-fighting, their plan to bring one of his co-workers home from menage a trois, turning into a bitter catfight instead. The same craziness every night, but that's what kept him coming back night after night, year after year. Because it was a job, and it had to be done. His father never missed the opportunity to remind him. One of his bouncer friends, one of those guys who worked in a college bar one summer vacation, well, he had said it was a thankless job, so therefore it was. But Iron Mike had seen the look in the eyes of the many people who would not have survived their night out in the big city if it were not for his being there at the right time in the right place. Iron Mike knew they were thankful. He knew their families were thankful. Hell, he was thankful. He was thankful to have a place where he could be so useful and where his role was of utmost importance. All club nights have a peak and then a lull. And like a receding tide, the energies that flood the gates at 11:30 p.m. have been drawn away by 3:30 a.m. Iron Mike was enjoying a free beef kebab given to him by the pushcart operator before shutting down his mobile proprietorship. The marinated meat, roasted to perfection and wrapped in a toasted pita bread, seemed to melt in the high-energy doorman's mouth when he spotted the black and cold kitten that had somehow wandered onto 12th Avenue. He saw the lights turn green from 42nd Street to 59th Street, where the homeward-bound rush of partiers would soon race. He saw the triad of yellow cabs creating a certain wall of death, heading directly for the creature, still unaware of its impending fate. And Iron Mike moved like lightning. The casual observer might suggest that the man in the tuxedo was about 6'3" and weighed about 275 pounds. But he actually weighed much more than that. Yet, his muscular bulk hurled into traffic with a frightening speed that took even the small calico cat unawares as he scooped the small feline out of traffic's path and into his arms, like a football recovered after a fumble. The cat safely in his arms, Iron Mike's momentum carried him over the lane divider and into the traffic heading in the opposite direction of that which threatened the cat. This trajectory took him directly into the path of the drunk driver in the van who had careened through the red light, striking Iron Mike as he cannonballed into a protective cocoon around the small cat he had sought to rescue. He impacted directly into the hood of the van, its occupant ejected from the vehicle face first into the pavement. Iron Mike tucked and rolled down the avenue as the now driverless van smashed into the concrete road barriers, ricocheting from side to side until its momentum ceased. His tuxedo sullied and torn, Iron Mike had not only survived the inhuman impact generated by the speeding van and that of the resulting tumbling roll down the concrete street. As he stood, he pulled the frightened kitten from under his suit jacket, holding him by the scruff. The cat, like the super-durable doorman, was no worse for the wear. The nightly chaos wave was not yet through, and for its final act, the sparking wires in the now overturned van ignited the dripping fuel. The van, now bursting into a ball of flame outside the West Side horse stable, just as the final livery carriage and hansom were about to end their moonlighted shift. The horse reared and snapped the binding that yoked it to the wooden carriage, and it bolted. "Hold on," Iron Mike said to the kitten. "We're not done." And he and the kitten, who held on tightly, raced towards the frightened horse, who was charging into yet more oncoming traffic. While some learned horse wrangling in Iron Mike's native Bronx, he wasn't one of them. Horses were for John Wayne movies, like Hondo. But Iron Mike recalled there was that one movie with Lou Ferrigno. That movie almost everyone had forgotten. But there was no way you could work in a place called Olympos and forget that Big Lou had once played Hercules. And Iron Mike instantly formulated his plan. As the confounded equine galloped towards Iron Mike and the ever-closing-in headlights behind him, the black-tied, tuxedo-wearing doorman allowed the horse to seemingly trample him before scooping the huge beast up in his arms and upon his shoulders, lifting it from the pavement and halting its death charge into oncoming traffic. Iron Mike held the creature as would a strong man might hoist a bale of hay, his feat of strength reminding the viewers of the local morning news shows of the mighty men of ancient times. The old woman lowered the volume of her TV set and used a pair of scissors to clip the page 6 photo of Iron Mike holding the horse above his shoulders in the heart of the metropolis. The old woman added the newspaper clipping to a manila file and replaced it in the file cabinet marked Project 41. She pushed the file drawer closed and smiled. Project 41 had the best success rate of all of her many years of efforts. She had finally produced certifiable enhantiles at a 40% ratio per test subject class. The Demetrius twins, the Thomas girl, and Iron Mike, just to name a few. With certifiable enhancements at this rate, the octogenarian Ms. Vitiginio was certain Project 41 would make the difference this Earth would need to survive its upcoming tribulations. The Project 41 enhantiles and their progeny would act as a defense system her world was too late in developing and deploying for themselves. But this world, thought Mrs. Vitiginio, it now had a chance so many others did not. Iron Mike sat on the waterfront patio of his Bronx condo. The black and gold cat sat on the chair next to him, looking at the morning sun, picking at the bacon, sausage, fried turkey and eggs that were set aside for him. Iron Mike spoke to his new guest. "How's the food?" The cat ate a piece of sausage and licked his whiskers, looking at Iron Mike's eyes as he spoke. "That was some night, huh? You caused a bit of chaos, you know. But we're not going to have any of that here, so be advised." The cat looked at a cawing seagull before looking back at Iron Mike. "But that was some save, huh? You did all right. Now eat your food." The cat grabbed a piece of scrambled egg and consumed it. The cat looked at Iron Mike. Iron Mike looked back at the cat. "That was some save," he repeated. "I'm going to call you Franco." And now Iron Mike's cat had a new name.